Welcome to a special edition of With the First Pick podcast. My name is Josh Edwards, and I'm here with TCU wide receiver Quentin Johnston, a first-round hopeful in April's 2023 NFL Draft. First of all, Quentin, how you doing, man? How you feeling?
I'm doing pretty good. Everything's going good.
Well, we appreciate you taking some time. I know you got a busy day and, getting ready for the combine, getting ready for your pro day and all that kind of stuff. But we know you're training out of Team Exos. How are you getting ready for the draft? What does a typical day of training look like for you?
Okay, so start in the morning for me around 8 just to do just like PT, just kind of a whole bunch of preventative stuff, extra stretching, needling, just whatever I need to do to get ready for the first workout, which is the running one speed work. We call it movement. That starts around 9:15. So we do like plyos, 40 starts, just like a lot of fast twitch stuff. And then we come back. My group comes back at 2:15, and then we just get a lift. Nothing crazy, but a lot of like fast twitch stuff again. Like I said, that correlates with what we did in the morning.
For sure. We know you're going to run fast in Indianapolis, so I'm sure training is going pretty well for you. But
Yeah.
coming off this historic season with TCU, I reflect back on the season, the college football playoffs. You guys go 13-2. You have the shootout against Michigan, winning that, of course, 51-45. What was it like for you being a part of that game where it felt like both teams were going back and forth, and you
Yeah.
specifically were kind of having a monster game?
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, it was a great game at a big stage, whole lights and everything. So at a certain point in the game, it was just like, all right, like we got to show up. We got to show that we can like withstand Michigan, because like you said, it was a shootout. It was a hard fought game. But we just dug deep, and I was able to win. But it was overall fun experience though.
For sure. So over the past couple of years, rookie wide receivers have been having success at historic levels. I mean, you look what Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, all of those guys have accomplished. How much confidence does that give you to be able to walk in the door and have an immediate impact on whichever team is fortunate enough to pick you?
Oh yes, sir. I got all the confidence in the world. In myself with the help of my trainers, and then everybody in my corner. I feel like everything I've done and been through up to this point, has fully prepared me for the next level.
Yeah, so we've had Jackson Smith and Jigba. We've had Josh Downs on the podcast, given both of them an opportunity to kind of state their case. So I'll ask you the same question I asked those guys. Do you feel like you're the best wide receiver in this draft class? And if so, why?
Oh, for sure. Just going back to what I said, I got a lot of confidence in myself. Fast twitch got to be a taller receiver, true outside receiver, and then just being that taller receiver. My yards after the catch and what I can do. After the ball, I feel is top level.
So going back to that game against Michigan, you had plenty of games where you kind of had, over 100 receiving yards, just had monster games. When you're in that kind of a game, can you feel it? I mean, does it feel like, you're on a hot streak, you're hitting a bunch of threes in a basketball game, that kind of stuff? Do you feel like you can kind of do anything that you want in that kind of moment?
Oh yeah, for sure. And then like with the help of the crowd and just kind of being aware of like the stage and the platform that you're on, it kind of gives you an extra boost. Coming into the game, like we were warming up in the seats were already filled, so they just came in, and gave me and my team a little extra juice, to start and finish the game.
No doubt, certainly a lively atmosphere there. Have you given any thought to what your rookie season would ideally look like? Any expectations for what you may accomplish as a rookie?
Um, I don't want to just say like an exact number of any stat, because I don't want to limit myself, but like I'm gonna come in, work hard day in day out, and give my all each and every game.
So I have to ask, because we kind of get these questions, these comments every year after the NFL Combine, the crazy questions that you're going to be asked there by NFL talent evaluators. Have you been prepared for that kind of stuff? Do you have any Any weird questions that you've gone through in your training thus far?
I haven't yet, but I've been told about some of the questions, and I can't say I'm fully prepared because I don't know exactly what they're gonna ask, but I'm as prepared as I can be at this point. Yeah.
So one of them that we always hear about is, would you rather be a cat or a dog? So go ahead. Let's go ahead and hear the preparation. Or would you rather be a cat or a dog?
Um. Honestly, I rather be a cat. Dogs are sort of like impulsive. I feel like cats are more like strategic with like everything they do. They're always quiet. They just seem more aware and kind of quiet and out the way, which I kind of see myself as more.
Yeah, I love that answer. I'm sure that's why they ask it, is to kind of see the creativity you come up with there, because that was pretty slick. I like that. I like that. So, your quarterback, Max Duggan, also going through this draft process. Can you think of one moment during this past season that kind of describes his leadership style?
Um, I could think of two moments. Was at the start of the season, actually, that OU game. Um, just the way he came out and just played like like it was his last game. He kind of gave us a boost. Moving forward into the rest of the season, just like some of the stuff he said, to us pregame, during halftime, and then like his performance spoke for itself. And then um, I feel like the only game that I feel like would really top that was the Big 12 championship game against Kansas State. Max wasn't 100%. He was tired. He was like like visibly tired after he scored one of the touchdowns. We ran up to him, tried to celebrate. He was just like just gasping for air, like telling us to watch out. And then he came to the sideline, coming back right, next drive, completing passes, still continuing to run the ball, and like that alone just like kind of puts everybody on notice and just like makes us kind of step back and respect him that much more.
Yeah, so we're going to keep with the cat theme here, because at times you guys felt like you were a cat with nine lives this year.
Oh, yeah.
You battled through some injuries, from the team perspective. You guys came back in some games. You were able to come out on top. How much does that adversity, those trials and tribulations that you went through with your teammates, kind of prepare you for the next level, and the ups and downs that come with being a professional?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. It built a lot of character and a lot of fight. With not only me, but my teammates helping us grow as a team, helping us like shift to just having teammates to having brothers. And then yeah, just that fight. I mean, because like this time last year, a few years ago, those close games wouldn't have turned out in our favor. So I feel like we just really had to hone in and kind of step up our level of discipline, and kind of just stay together and fight.
Is there a player, past or present, that you kind of feel like embodies your own play style, or maybe a couple of players that you particularly like to study
Mhm.
and implement things into your own game?
Oh yeah, for sure. Devontae Adams for sure. Um, uh, he's a guy I've been watching, throughout college. Just his shiftiness and how he comes off the ball and how he can like get into a route, make it look one way, and then kind of just break it off real quick. It's just always something I kind of been in awe of.
Is there a cornerback that maybe you reflect on having some good battles against over the course of your collegiate career, or maybe one challenge that you faced that was particularly difficult?
Yeah, I can think of one for sure, and I go against him every day at practice. Travis,
Yeah.
he's no doubt one of the hardest corners I've probably ever gone against up to this point. Every day at practice is a hard fought battle. We scratch and claw, but it's all good competition. But he's definitely made me a better player.
Yeah, of course, talking about teammate Travius Hodges Tomlinson there. What is an NFL team getting in him? I mean, what makes him such a difficult player to go against?
Just his pure love and passion for the game. He shows up to practice, every day hype. He's gonna be one of the fastest guys on the team. Real quick twitch guy. And then And then like obviously he's a like a shorter quarterback, but he plays like he's my height. He's gonna give you everything he has. Day in and day out. He vertical, super high, super fast, like I said. And then at the end of the day, it's just his 1-2 for the game makes his size. Like it doesn't matter at that point.
Yeah, so the next time fans will see you will probably be the NFL Combine or your pro day. So what kind of message do you have for the fans coming out of your training? What should they expect from Quentin Johnston next time they see you?
Oh yeah, for sure. You see, I would want to tell everybody they're gonna expect somebody that's gonna go out there and put my head to the ground and just go hard. Like hopefully with some of my tests I can surprise some people. So I'm in the process of working on that right now.
Good stuff, man. Well, we wish you the best of luck in your draft preparation, your combine preparation, everything over the next couple of months. Hope your training with Exos goes well, and certainly hope that you're able to enjoy draft night, man. You had a fantastic career, so I'm excited to see what the future holds for you. But we appreciate you taking some time and hopping on the With the First Pick podcast with us.
For sure, I appreciate you for having me.